Hey folks, this is Matt aka Slash, and welcome back to the VintageBeef Fan Server. Feels so good to get an episode out. Things were a little crazy around the house for a while. Not only do we have the now 1 month old keeping us on our toes, but my computer, I was sort of neglecting to update it. And when I decided that I should update it, there were 854 updates. And after applying them, I managed to actually break the whole thing and I had to reinstall. So that's why the Dem Guys podcast didn't happen on Wednesday like it was supposed to. And that is why I haven't had as many videos out lately as I wanted to. But I had an opportunity to record a bunch of videos today, and this is one of them. Wanted to show this real quick. I believe it was JR Beers who suggested that I place spruce slabs on there instead of the stone slabs so that it matches that look of the surrounding buildings, and I thought that was a fantastic idea, so I implemented it. And I think that's about it for over here. I haven't done too much with this area. Now, we'll take a quick look over at the Biome Project. I have been project with a T at the end. I have done some work there, and that's humming along pretty quickly. I think we will be soon to the point where we can actually start replicating biomes in these domes. I have all of the dome bases made, as you're about to see. I also spruced up the nether portal a little bit. But I think these 4 were done the last we talked. This is the orange clay from Caleb and Nihan. And then down here, we'll get a little look. That dome's done, that dome's done. I think all 6 of these down here. Can I get up on? I can do it! Nope, I can't do it. I think all 6 of this ring, this mid-ring down here, all 6 of these have their domes on. And I've gotten the base of the final 4 in. Now, I think I kind of messed up on how I was doing this, but I kind of like the way it turned out, so I'm going to keep it. But when I was creating these lower level domes, unfortunately they don't go down nearly as far. You know, the difference in height between that level and that level is not nearly as much as that level and this level. And that was just logistically, if I went the same degree of altitude change and did it with steps, these would end up being essentially underneath those, and I didn't like the idea of that. So I just went down a little bit for this level, and I think what I was supposed to do when I was planning this out was I was supposed to build this so that this bridge connects over here at this point so that the dome is more facing that way. The way that it is right now, the dome is weirdly off-center. Because you're kind of coming down this way, you'd expect the center of the dome to be that in this direction. And instead it turns this way. But I ended up doing it for all 4 anyway, because I kind of like the look. It gives it a little bit more of a quirky nature. And I think I'm going to connect all 4 of these in a square pattern with bridges, hanging bridges of this design, to connect that layer down there together. And I think by doing that, it'll give it a little bit more coherence and won't look quite as strange, but it'll still look quirky. And I like the idea of it looking quirky. I think that that is perfectly acceptable design for this. But as you can see, we've got 10 of the 14 domes are done. I've got 3 layers on each of these 4 down here. So I just have to finish those domes up, and then it's going to be replicating each biome that I selected in each of the domes. So we'll probably do more of that on camera as we can, because that's going to be the more interesting work than building the domes, because that was just monotonous, constantly referencing my design schematic and placing block after block after block. You didn't want to see that. I didn't want to show you that, because I didn't want you to get bored. So, moving right along. The next thing I'm going to show you is actually going to be at spawn. And it might take me a little while to get there. So, let's see. Oh, you know, I wanted to mention this, and I'm not sure what kind of potential this site has. I noticed, I believe it was a Vidya, had sent out a tweet saying something like, "Thanks for the invitation to player.me." It seems to be a social networking site for, if not Let's Players in particular, just people who play video games in general. Because the whole thing is built around, like, hey, what games do you play? And you can network with other people that play those games and find people that way. And but it does prompt you for a bunch of your social networking websites, which include Twitch and YouTube. So I think it was made with Let's Players in mind, people making YouTube videos like myself. So I signed up for that, player.me/MattAK/, and of course the second slash is spelled out because it's my name. It's like the Slashdot syndrome. If you're not familiar, slashdot.org is a website that was created to aggregate technology-related news across the internet, and the domain name was selected because to spell it out, what's the address for your website? Well, it's http:///dot.org. You know, it was funny because it was, you know, the names and the symbols get confused. But unfortunately, the website /dot.org got popular, and it became very difficult for the owner to tell people how to get to it if they were writing news stories on it or whatever. So, kind of backfired on him. But anyway, this is the other thing that I have done. And if you follow Snowshoe or JR Beers, I think both of them have been over here and showcased this. I don't know if anybody else has been over here in a video or not. But this is my pride and joy right now. This is a statue of our venerable leader, the guy to whom we pay tribute by playing on this server, VintageBeef himself. And I decided to build a statue of him out here in the desert, not too far from spawn, but a, you know, respectable distance away. Because what I wanted to do is make him the entryway for a Goodland style minigame server. Or not minigame server, but minigame area. There appears to be an arrow stuck underneath one of his eyes. I think that's an infinity arrow from Drew. And it just won't despawn. Is that? Okay. I saw a mob, I think that's a zombie in chain armor, and when he was standing next to the creeper like that, let's see if I can get him lined up just right, it made the creeper kind of look like a charged creeper, and it freaked me out. But we're fine. So yeah, here's Beef. In all of his glory. This took me a little while to design and creative. I wanted to go for something a little bit more organically posable. You know, more organic motion in the pose than what you get from the actual Minecraft avatar. You know, the Minecraft avatar doesn't move arms or like elbows and knees, for instance. There's none of that going on with the avatar. But I wanted to showcase that there, and I wanted him to be holding stuff. I wanted a sword in his hand, and of course a piece of beef. And the other one I thought was appropriate. And I wanted to have him standing with his feet apart so that you can enter the park by walking underneath him. And then the mini games will all be displayed in front of you here. In terms of what mini games, well, that's not just me. Anybody can put a mini game out here. In fact, I encourage you, if you're a member of the server and you have an idea for a mini game, to put it in this area. There's a couple of mini games. There's a King of the Iron Bars, and there's the mud wrestling pit that are over in the spawn town. and they kind of take up their entire space. There's not really anywhere to build more games, so I decided, hey, why don't we dedicate an area of the map to that? So if you've got something that you want to build, please, by all means, bring it on over here. I don't care where you put it. I figure we'll lay it out organically, just find a spot, put it, and then we'll build pathways and whatnot to make it feel a little bit more like an amusement park as necessary. I have a couple of ideas for things I want to see in here that I'll be working on, probably with some other members of the server. Gotta have some sort of king of the ladder. Want to try and come up with something that makes it a little bit more unique than some of the others that you see. So want to add a couple of different elements to it. Haven't quite fleshed out exactly what I want to do with it yet, though. And then Drew had an idea for a horse jumping ramp, basically, where you build a big ramp and you run your horse up it and you try and time your jump for right at the top of it so that you can get the most distance. And then you land in a pool of water, and I'll have redstone set up that you can actually see how far, like when you land, you'll hit a tripwire, it'll light up the lights and keep them on, and that way you can see how well you did. So, ooh, I'm getting horrible frame rate right now. So that's an idea that I have, and anything else that we can come up with. Underneath, going in through that area there, that sort of desert well-looking area, there was a large chunk of terrain cleared out, just hollowed out underneath the town here. That was for the purposes of building a PvP arena, and that project sort of died out. The person who was clearing things out burnt out on it real quick, because that was all he was doing, was just mining massive amounts of stone. So he kind of burnt out on Minecraft in general. I haven't really seen him on here since. And nobody else has taken up the helm on that one. So I don't know if we'll try and integrate that in or not, or whether we'll try to build something on the surface to serve that purpose, or what we'll do. We shall see. Let's check the old mailbox while we're here. Nothing. Alright, well, let's see. I think that what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you some footage. Oh. Hi, guy. Couple of monster spawns down here. Gonna have to get some torches in. Oh, oh, oh. Fall down, there we go. Yeah, it's awfully dark down here. I think Mike Vito was working on this, but I think he has not been for a while. So, just gonna throw down some torches to light it up. And if he comes back to resume, he can pick them up and light it more organically or more naturally than torch spam. But anyway, let's see. What was I saying? I was saying that I recorded some footage earlier today that I'm going to include here. If you follow Snowshoe or Drew on the YouTubes, and you should if you're not, because they're both very cool, you will know that Drew has expressed some, we'll call them misgivings, maybe? I want to climb up here. Some misgivings or discontent with the living arrangements he is currently in, specifically next to me. Now, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, impression that he has, but apparently he is looking to move out. And Snowshoe has a guest house, and Drew is under the impression that he can just rent that guest house, that he could just move in there and live there. Now, that's not really the way a guest house is supposed to work. It's supposed to be for guests. But then Daughter also claimed rights to it, and a kind of bidding war has broken out. So they decided that they would resolve the issue of who was going to get... Oh, there's the dance club. Of who was going to get their pick of location in the house, either the main floor or the basement, by doing an ABBA rules caving. And the winner would not take all. The winner would take 2/3 of all and provide Snowshoe with the other third, but would also then have their choice of portion of the guest house. Which, I don't know. The whole thing has gotten kind of crazy. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some footage from that. I swung by because I logged in while they were getting ready, and I decided to spectate and provide official timer duties and maybe potentially interfere with it a little bit, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, whatever the case may be. And hilarity ensued as usual, so we're going to take a look at that, and while you're watching that, I'm going to be making my way over to Snowshoe's place, because I want to see this guest house for myself, because I think that it sounds like it's a little overrated. But anyway, here, watch the clip.
Okay, so are you guys ready for some Abba caving?
Yeah.
Slash, how'd you get here? Where are we?
I am the overseer of this mountain, and if you shall cave within, you shall do so under my auspices. Is that the right word?
Under
I
your
don't know
what?
if that's the right word.
I don't know if that's a word.
I want to get that looked at.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a problem with my auspice. Okay, so if you guys remember my last episode, probably your last episode too, Drew, we are caving for the right to claim the, well, it's technically a guest house, but it's turning into a tenant house, as we've discussed here. Look at that pink sheep over there. It's really cool. Anyway, he's dead now.
Oh no, he's fine.
Slash is actually here because he logged on the server, and we decided we need an ordained auspicer. And you guys don't know what that means, like me.
I don't
Then
think you do
you're
either.
in a small club of roughly 6 billion people.
Yes, he's the referee. That's normally the word we use for that. So, yeah, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Now,
let's do this.
remember, all proceeds go to me.
No.
Okay,
No.
sorry, I said that wrong. 1/3 of the proceeds go to me,
Yes.
unless I win, in which case all of the proceeds go to me.
Yes.
Yes, and then you guys will bid.
Because the winner takes all but 1/3, as the song goes.
Yeah.
That's
Classic,
how my song
classic
goes.
ABBA
I made
song.
it up, so get over it. All right, are we ready to go? Does anybody have a timer?
I've got
Did we
the
think
timer.
this far ahead?
I will.
Okay.
I will time for you and make snarky comments as you guys panic
All right.
and scream like
This is
you're
20
on
minutes,
fire.
right?
I got a timer set for 20 minutes.
Oh,
And
20 minutes. That's the problem. Okay, whatever. I don't know why I only thought it was 8 minutes long.
you will be going when I release this firework that I was able to craft just moments ago.
That's amazing.
Ready?
Oh, release it inside the cave. Make
Yep.
sure you don't release it outside.
I'm gonna release it right here. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go!
It is crazy news. Oh, I took both of my potions? I did not know this. Okay. Luckily, that was not a poisonous guy.
Hey, Creeper. I'm guessing you saw that coming.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was. It's all part of the plan, you see, to just sit back and watch. I have to, it's the prime directive. I'm not allowed to interfere.
It's true. You're only
Hey,
allowed to
daughter,
auspice.
there's a zombie above you.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, it's a baby train. Oh my gosh, is there a baby spawner?
A baby
It's,
There are literally 4 baby zombies right in front of me.
oh, I
I
just.
just killed.
Horrible.
I thought you were talking about Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh my
Emerald.
gosh. Baby train. Oh, that was.
Look.
Looking,
Look what I got.
looking. Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, it's probably diamonds.
It was a block-shaped 3D model, 16 pixels by 16 pixels.
And I'm getting. Oh, and I'm
Oh,
getting shot.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah!
That skeleton just broke your
helmet. Help me. You're just gonna watch me die.
I am. I watched a creeper blow up on Drew, and I was severely disappointed in the result.
It didn't kill him.
It did like 1 heart of damage.
Yeah, I was
mean,
expecting
maybe.
something more.
Alright.
Dang it,
I
man.
need to go back. This
Oh, I watched you almost do that, daughter.
I didn't almost go in, but oh,
I happen to
damn.
be on fire.
Just by sheer coincidence. Oh wow, look, snowshoes right there.
Hello. Would you like to be on fire also?
This
No.
this is
guys
the
I'm good.
this is the most compact Abba caving I have
I know.
ever witnessed. I'm so glad
And
that I'm here to see
the
this
thing
live.
is, like, there's still a lot more cave to explore, I think.
No, 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 no,
Die, 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 die.
no, no, no.
I found gold for the first time.
So what
wow.
is it?
Don't
If
take-
you
no.
die, do you lose?
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
if you die,
can
you
you
lose.
Can you
Oh
try
my
and get
God.
back to your stuff?
You have to get back to your stuff and you lose.
Yeah.
I might die.
Do you need food?
No.
Ooh.
Like 10 mobs trying to murder me right now.
Hmm.
I will allow Slash to help you if you need.
No.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That was
I'm
the
just-
best move ever.
I'm just gonna stand here next to these shiny blue rocks.
Drew was mining redstone, and he wasn't even paying attention, looking up mining it, and I was literally standing there taking it while he was mining it.
Oh, you were picking it up when it broke?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. That was fun.
Oh my gosh. Leave me alone.
Okay, well, there are torches here, so
Snowshoe hath been there. Man, guys.
daughter using that
I
vision?
can see
I'm pretty
people's name
confident.
tags.
Yeah, we're all right next to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Y'all are real close to these shiny blue rocks I'm standing next to.
No, we're not.
You totally are. I'm banging my head against them right now.
Well, that's dumb. Daughter, how are you doing? Not like that was kind of a creepy way.
How
question
you
on that.
doing?
How you doing?
Not too great.
That's so bad to hear that.
Got a creepy guy hitting on her.
How you doing? Have you ever been
Well,
to
I'm
New York?
pretty sure I'm too high for any words anyway. No, I'm low enough for or gold at least.
I'm low enough for
too high.
iron. I finally got down to iron level, guys.
Wait, why are you staircasing up?
Because I was trying to find a way to staircase back down because I couldn't find anything that wasn't explored. Oh, I'm on the surface. I found our sheep.
20 seconds.
Well, I guess I'll just wait up here. What if I find surface lapis?
Surface.
Then you win automatically.
Chime in!
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
7,
Yes,
6,
Oh
5,
my gosh, I can't
four,
believe I'm diamond. It's
3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Crap.
All right.
Hey, if you guys want to
I-
fill her up over here, you can. No, no.
Ah, good times. So now we're heading down. I haven't actually even edited the clip that you've just seen. I haven't edited that yet, so I have no idea how it turns out at all. But I know that it was pretty hilarious, the Abba caving. I enjoyed being a secondary participant, an observer, if you will. And an auspicer, I think is the way it turned out to be said. I don't know what that means. But whatever. Anyway, this is Snowshoes Tunnel. I think he said he's gonna turn it into some sort of parkour challenge at some point, but obviously that project has yet to get underway. That heads to his mountain base, but this heads to the Palazzo. And it is in this direction that we want to go, because I want to see, with my own eyes, what is so amazing, let's see, what is so amazing about this place that Snowshoe has, this guest house, that Drew would prefer it over living next to me, because I am clearly the most fantastic neighbor that a person could want in Minecraft. There's no doubt of that at all. Ooh, spoiler. I've got all sorts of cool contraptions and, redstone-y bits to enjoy, so... Yeah, oh, here, oh. Oh, no. Oh, that guy's coming after me. Oh, this is a bad time of day to visit. I might have to go sleep in Snow's bed, but what's going on down here? This is the guest house right here, but... Oh, man. Oh, man, the creeper up there? This does not look good at all. Look at this. There seems to be some sort of mushroom infestation. Wow. Some of the mushrooms have even mutated to like a gigantic size. I hope it hasn't made it to the inside. Oh, it has. It has. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's. I'm gonna sleep. I'm a little worried. I'm gonna hold my breath. I don't want to get spores. Okay. Oh. All right. I think I'm okay. I think I'll be all right. I don't think I actually inhaled any of the deadly spores from these mushrooms, but wow, that's insane. Look, there's one up on the roof. Look at that. There's one up here on the roof. Oops, I'm inside it. Look at that. It's got some sort of weird stalk here. And look at this one. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, this is the worst of it all. This one has mutated into a double-decker mushroom. They've mutated and crossbred and formed a massive... Oh, this can't be safe. This can't be healthy. This one has a weird notch out of it that looks suspiciously like the bottom of this one. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. Drew, daughter, I don't know. If I were you, I don't think that I would stay here. I think, Drew, you should just come back and live next to me, your awesome neighbor, and you know... Daughter, you know, we can make a place for you to live over there too, and you know you'll be much happier and healthier than you could ever be over here. My gosh, this is awful. Snowshoe, I feel bad for you, man. I think I overshot that completely. I mean, I'm being totally sincere, and yes, I missed it. And I feel completely awful for you. I can't even imagine how difficult this will be for you to deal with. I mean, you got to get health inspectors in here. You gotta get, you know, not pest control, but like probably like a mold and fungus guy in to try and take care of this. You got to clean in all the little cracks too. You know, you can't just clean what you see. It's hidden. You know, in the boards here, in the cracks between the boards, there's stuff that if you don't get it, it's all just gonna come back. I bet you. I have a little bit of experience with dealing with this sort of thing. Oh man, well that's real rough, man. I'm sorry that you've got this, but you know, don't worry about Drew and daughter. You know, I'm sure they will come to my way of thinking, and you know, they'll realize that the best place for them is in my part of the map. You know, the cool tunnel, the red tunnel. Not the dinky orange/yellow tunnel that doesn't know what color it is. Seriously, guys, what color is that tunnel? It looks like orange, but then it's yellow, like clay, or I don't know. It's weird. But in any event, I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh dear, Snowshoe. Tough break.